Hello and welcome to round 14 of the 2018 Formula Virtual World Championship here from Istanbul, Turkey. My name is Downton and I'll be joined today by Harry Westwood.
Bonjour.
Today then the drivers tackle 58 laps of this 5.338km circuit comprising of 14 turns. We've only been here 2 times previously, but the Turkish V-Prix has thus far been dominated by Adrian Simon. He's won both previous races and currently holds the lap record as well, set way back in 2016. Can he make it a hat-trick here today? Well, let's take a look through the grid and see where he'll start. On pole position, it's Puccio Giordano for the second race in a row. He starts on the medium tyres. Nathaniel Powers is alongside him, the Downton man starting on the softs. Row 2 is made up of Alar Kanga on the soft tyres and Timo Kinnaman, who makes his Ocelot debut today. He, like Kanga alongside, will start on the soft tyres. Row 3 is made up of Klaas van Snelheid. Klaas starts on the mediums for this one. Unusual, the two Downtons have switched from their usual state of play. Adrian Simon, championship leader, starts alongside. He will start on the soft tyres. Row 4 and in 7th place we have Enrique Ruiz on the softs. Alongside him, his Franklin teammate Olan Inman. Inman runs on the medium tyres today in the Turkish V-Prix. Rounding out the top 10 on the 5th row, we don't have the two Ingrams for the first time since Germany back in August. Vazquez starts 9th on the mediums, but alongside him is Felix Baer on the softs. On only his second outing for Holmqvist, he's outqualified Will Hoskins, who starts 11th. Hoskins on the medium tyres. Davenport is alongside him on row 6. Davenport running on the softs. Row 7 and in 13th place we have Davenport's teammate Sergio Alvarez. Alvarez will run on the mediums. Likewise is Elroy Wagner alongside him. Row 8 and in 15th we have Johan Halverson. Halverson starts on the soft tyres today, and he has the second Lopez alongside him of Victor Osberg. Osberg running on the medium tyres. In 17th and heading row 9 we've got Judson Sykes, the second of the North Stars. Sykes is on the soft tyres, as is the man joining him on row 9, Felix Perez, the first of the firsts. Completing the top 20 we have Alexander Zolia, like his teammate, is on the soft tyres. Finn Schneider completes the top 20 for AMR. He is on the hard tyres, a different strategy from AMR, as his teammate Kovalenko is also on hard tyres in 22nd. Splitting the two AMRs though, it's Jules Simon in the first of the Meteors on the medium tyres. Rounding out the grid on the back row we have Sebastian Vauquelin on the mediums and Jean Matson on the softs, who once again had hydraulic problems in practice and qualifying. So as we go down to the grid then, we have Puccio Giordano on pole position on the right, Nathaniel Powers second on the left. It's a long hold. The lights go out now and we're racing in Turkey. It looks like it's a solid start from Giordano then. Powers is going with him at the front as Kinnaman already up and alongside Alar Kanga for third place then. Kinnaman and Kanga side by side for third as Giordano scorches into the distance. Powers follows him in second. Kinnaman and Kanga side by side. Kinnaman around the outside of turn 3, goes into third. Klaas van Snelheid is following him through. Demotes Kanga to 5th, or does he? The two of them still wheel to wheel. Kanga has the inside line. Klaas van Snelheid sweeps around the outside though. Klaas is into 4th, and Kanga has lost 2 places at the start, and we've got a pile up at the back. That's the two Meteors and Finn Schneider in the AMR.
Yeah, and Finn has got a tyre right above his helmet there. I think he's just taken a bit of a knock there. That does not look very healthy for the young Swifts. I was just about to say, it looks like there's something going on in Sector 1, but yes, there is. So
yeah,
not a great start for two Meteors.
No, sorry, up front, the two Ocelots and Nathaniel Powers in between them have broken away already. But at the back, it looks as though we could have lost 3 cars that would usually be a massive headache to the leaders at the very start. That would be a bonus, wouldn't it?
Oh, we've got Powers possibly attacking Giordano on the outside
Powers
of the final chicane.
The outside of Puccio Giordano as they come down to the hairpin. Powers goes through and takes the lead then at the end of the first lap. Yeah, Kinnaman follows him through. Kinnaman into second. Giordano has gone from first to third in 2 corners, and Nathaniel Powers leads then at the end of the opening lap here in Turkey.
That's been a bit of a hectic first lap, hasn't it, Bradley?
And Kanga's gone down another position to 6th behind his teammate.
Yeah, so Kanga struggling early doors here. He's on the hard tyre.
Oh, round goes Sykes.
Oh, that wasn't clever. He's just lost it all on his own. Luckily, he's kept it out of the wall. Gets going again. And there's no one behind him for a good 50 seconds or so. Here we go.
Yeah, so this is on board with one of the meteors just launched. That was ridiculous.
I believe that's Voklan. Oh, I'd say Voklan is definitely at fault there.
Was that Voklan who launched down the outside? Inside?
I think so.
What I did realise there was that there's a meteor on the hard tyres. And the notes that I was given pre-race don't state that any or either of the meteors was on the hard tyres.
Oh no, he's going to be even slower.
Yeah, not sure what to make of that one. As in the slipstream then of Nathaniel Powers is Timo Kinnaman. It's his first race for Ocelot. Can he take the lead on only the second lap? Seems not at the moment.
No, but he's definitely putting the pressure on the defending world champion at the moment.
As Simon goes wide and Kanga is alongside, sweeps around the outside of the final corner. The two DS Mathshaw's then side by side as they head down the start-finish straight. No, Simon's got back in front as Enrique resets the fast lap. Kanga throws a move down the inside at the first corner, but it's not a serious attempt.
No, I would hope not anyway. Wow. Didn't really know what else I was supposed to say there, but yeah, so finally got a chance to breathe in this opening part of the V-Prix. Ruiz is doing alright to hang on to the back of these guys. Inman, what tyres is Inman on again? I wasn't paying attention to the notes at all.
I don't know.
We've got some side-by-side action. I think that's Halverson going along. Oh, he's just passed Hoskins for 13th position.
Inman is on the mediums. Ruiz is on the softs.
Hoskins on the hards though, going backwards badly. I didn't really know how to put that.
Yeah, Hoskins is on the hards. That also doesn't match up with the notes that I've been given. As there we go, Kinnaman. To the outside, Nathaniel Powers. Timo Kinnaman leads.
Oh, and it's Giordano going to follow him through. Giordano up the inside, turns to the outside for the final corner. Too late, it's already done. Powers cannot get the space. Yes, he can. He's got the drive out of the final corner.
Yeah, Powers fights back on the inside line then, using the softer compound and goes back past Butcho Giordano, who's on the mediums. Kanga, Class Shower, throws a move down the inside of Giordano at turn 1 and nearly makes it sticky still alongside. He's just got a wheel there, but I think he's just not had the traction to be able to get the move done at turn 3.
Oh, it was a very aggressive move. As
Kanga and Simon side by side again.
Yeah. My goodness. This has turned into one heck of an event.
Hasn't it just? The top 7 running absolutely no step. Well, Kinnaman breaking away a bit now as Simon looks up the inside of Kanga again. He won't be enjoying this at all, down in 6th with his primary championship rival in 2nd.
No, he knows that obviously this is a track that suits him pretty well. He's gone pretty well here the last 2 times we've visited Turkey, so hopefully he can make something of his race, but just doesn't look like he's got the pace right now.
No, it certainly doesn't, and well, of course, Adrian Simon is the only man in a Formula Virtual Car to have actually won around here.
Yes! But if his pace doesn't improve this V-Prix, as Giordano once again looking to the inside of Powers, Powers squeezes him on the apex and just about keeps his nose and keeps his car in front, but gotta say that the Ocelots are looking really strong on that 3rd sector on the run up the hill.
Yeah, aren't they? Just as Kinnaman has gone up front. There's Kinnaman on the soft tyres as well then.
Sorry if you heard that slurping noise.
No, that's right. I'm just watching the drivers as they come through. So yes, we've got Davenport on the softs. So yes, for some reason Hoskins then is on the hard tyres. How much? Matson's made some decent progress from the back of the grid. He's up to 16th already.
Yeah, but 3 of those were free positions. 4 of them actually. So, well, mind you, I suppose he has still done.
And the other one was Kovalenko.
Oh yeah, so 5. Oh dear. Speaking of those bottom 3, they are already a lap down. Schneider's just had to make another pit stop.
Yeah, it's not gone well, has it?
No, this is just going to be a write-off. Gather some data.
I mean, let's be fair. For Meteor and AMR, pretty much every race is a write-off.
It's true. It looks like these guys are running very low tyre pressures today.
Yeah, the information I have given Hoskins has been on the mediums, and both Meteors has been on
Giordano
the
run the
mediums.
outside of Power. Sorry to interrupt you, but
Nope.
I think he's managed to get the optimal line into the final chicane. Gets the move done. Can Powers come back at him? No, he's having to defend from his teammate now. Klaas, can he go round the outside? No, it looks like Powers has got that superior traction.
Yeah, Powers allowed the traction there on the inside line and on the soft tyres to hold on to third. But Ocelot then are into a 1-2 position, is down the inside at turn 1 on Klaas goes Kanga, but he can't make that one work.
No, it just came from a little bit too far back. It was always going to be an optimistic challenge and had to settle back into 5th position for the moment. But yeah, Ocelot doing fantastic work here in Turkey for the 5th fastest car.
Yeah, I don't think that one's going to wash anymore. It never washed originally, but I definitely don't think it's going to wash anymore with the fact they're running first and second.
Yeah.
As we cut on board to the 2 Phoenix cars then, who are like all the teams at the front actually running no step. Although having said that, Bayer has got past Inman.
Ha! What an absolute Chad.
And there we see it on track then. Bayer in the Holmquist on the soft tyres has got past Inman on the mediums.
Deary me, is not looking good for Olen Inman. Well, you can see why he's not been picked up again for next season by Franklin.
Yeah,
or anyone, I don't think.
Here we go then. On board with Alar Kanga in the slipstream of Klaas van Snelheid. The Estonian cannot make the move, but he is on the softer tyres, so he'll be hoping to dispatch of Klaas van Snelheid sooner rather than later.
Gazpacho soup. But yeah, he's got the I think he's got the pace in the straight line on the young Dutchman, but Klaas is just placing his car perfectly on the track to make it very awkward for Alar to actually find an opening.
Yeah, certainly is. Inman's back ahead of Bayer.
Yeah, and all of this is allowing Vasquez to catch up to them. And obviously,
Yeah, that's contact. That's Kanga and Klaas van Snelheid.
Oh,
the 2 superstar rookies from last season then have come together.
Oh, it's Tonic, yeah.
Oh no.
I do get a feeling that might have been Kanga's fault coming from behind, but we'll have to wait to see the replay. The yellow flag is still out, so I don't know what's causing that, but I think it's...
there we go. It's gone now, so I think it was just for Kanga recovering. But yeah, that is an absolute disaster for both of them then. It's also given the top 3 a 5-second breathe to Adrian Simon now, the gap between them. Klaas, though, has slipped to 6th as a result of that. Kanga down to 15th. That is absolutely not what he needed in his bid for the championship. It's somewhat outside bid.
Time, I think.
Oh, there's more contact. That is Felix Perez, one of the Meteors again, and I think the AMR of Dmitry Kovalenko.
Today goes from bad to worse for AMR and Meteor, and unfortunately, first have been collected in that. That is a massive shame.
Yeah, so I think that the Meteor there was Jules Simon. And actually, I suppose that's the point. Simon, as Vasquez is now past Bayer, then Inman now right on the back of Klaas van Snelheid. As Kanga looks to fight his way back through the traffic, he's trying to go around the outside of Wagner at turn 1. I mean, that's overly ambitious.
Yeah, it's always going to be quite a tough overtake to pull off, and his tyres will be very overheated.
Here we go then. Sorry, Kanga launched it up the inside, caught the curb, and straight into the side of Klaas van Snelheid. That was a very, very silly move.
You could even say it was a day late and $1 short, Bradley. Oh,
as was that.
What a gamer.
Oh, Jean.
Oh, so it wasn't actually the fault of... Oh, okay, so it was actually Jean's fault.
Or, wow. Yeah, seems like it, although that didn't actually show a first. As Powers and Giordano side by side, Powers then going to take 2nd place back, and he's done it. Yeah, although that incident didn't actually show us the... Well, Perez and... Up on 2 wheels, there goes Kanga. It didn't show us Perez and the Meteor actually locked together, so...
It might have been that Perez arrived on the scene a bit later. Don't know. We'll have to.
I think there may have been a further collision slightly later down the line, but well,
Quite possibly.
we shall see. But yeah, I mean that was
I honestly can't help but
ridiculously
feel,
ambitious from Kanga.
Yeah, I honestly can't help but feel that Kanga got what he deserved there. Where, yeah, Class lost 4 seconds, but Kanga's gone ahead and lost about 20.
Yeah, it seems like
Unbelievable.
justice kind of. I mean, nothing will happen in the steward's office. We've seen far worse incidents not penalised, so
So true.
I mean that's not even worth investigating. But yeah, it seems as though justice has been served itself there, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. So that elevates Bayer into 9th, and crucially, wait, Bayer's lost position there to Vasquez.
Yeah, I mentioned that a minute ago.
I wasn't listening.
Clearly.
That also lifts Davenport up into the points with Alvarez not too far off.
It does indeed, and they do have North Stars Halverson right behind them though, so no rest there. Although the two Lopez cars aren't really anywhere to capitalise. So if Phoenix and North Star score points in this one, it looks as though Lopez are going to be the losers out. Yeah, this is Kanga on Hoskins then, down the inside at the end of the long curved straight.
Ooh, Hoskins perfectly placing that Honk Fist there.
Yeah, great defending from the Brit.
Don't know why, because this race is over.
Well, hardly. I mean, he's on the hard tyres. It might something might work.
I suppose he's got marginally less chance of his tyres exploding through turn 8. As he does. Oh, fair play. He does very well to defend around the outside there. Hoskins absolutely giving it everything to keep Kanga behind.
Yeah, you should imagine it won't be long though. Kanga has a rather significant car advantage. Is he going to throw out the inside here? No, he's not. He thinks better of it. I suppose he's made the one mistake today, hasn't he?
Yeah, I suppose he's just a little nervous. He might have just had a call from Mr. Mathershaw saying, look, settle down. Or Lapierre, I don't know who does what there anymore.
It'd probably be his race engineer, to be honest, rather than either of them.
Well, I don't know, Bradley. Maybe.
Here we go then. Beautiful there on the traction from Kanga, and he's done Hoskins around the outside and back up into 13th place as Halverson goes past Alvarez.
Oh no! So Halverson now is in a Phoenix sandwich. He's going to be looking to take that point scoring position off.
Oh, there's a yellow flag in the first sector even. I think that's a Meteor recovering from yet another incident.
Yeah, and now
she'll see one again.
Meteor. I thought he was going to just pile into the back of him then. Holy shit!
No, there we go. Kinnaman laps Simon, who goes 2 laps down within 11 laps.
I've never wanted an Ocelot to win so badly. It's good to see Tumo back towards the front. He deserves to be there, I think, anyway.
It is, and I think it's something that we'll see a lot of again next season.
Oh,
with him in the Franklin.
Bolt there. Yeah, hopefully. It will be interesting to see, because the paddock's been very much split over the last few years whether or not Kinnaman could actually perform in a front-running car, and he's going to get the perfect example going up against arguably the best driver in Formula Virtual history.
Yeah, absolutely, as Giordano leaves very little margin while lapping Jules Simon. That was very, very close, but he pulled it off as Vasquez looks at making a move on him, and now he's hit him. Vasquez has hit him, and Vasquez has lost his front wing. He
still keeps it in there.
He's going to get the overtake done, but cuts straight into the pits, and that's allowed Bayer around the outside of Inman, and Bayer is into 7th place.
Yeah, that was, I've got to say, that was some tremendous reactions there from Inman to just back out of that, because he knew that Vasquez was just going to cut across the front of his car. Very dangerous driving there from the young Venezuelan.
Venezuelan.
I thought...
round goes Inman. And he's hit by Halverson. And he's out. Inman is out. He's got a wallop there from someone. I'm not sure who that was that hit him at the back.
And I'm very concerned about
it's Alvarez.
I'm very concerned about that marshal in the background who's managed to stick his arm through the glass of a window.
Well,
If you take back, then you'll see it, but we won't because we're lazy.
yeah.
So yeah. Sorry, you wanna? I'll let you.
No, just to say, I'm not sure there whether Bayer cut him off or whether Inman just made a dive for a move that was never really on. But it's massively cost Olin Inman here, who ended up in the middle of the track and was hit by an unsighted Sergio Alvarez. And well, they become the first 2 retirements from this race, and that is not good whatsoever for Phoenix.
No, obviously puts extra pressure on Davenport. Don't know if there's a lot Alvarez would have been able to do about that, but we'll see in the replay. Here we go
then. So this is on board with Inman. Bayer did kind of squeeze him, really, didn't he?
I'd say that was probably just 6-1, half a dozen the other, unfortunately.
Here we go with Alvarez. Yeah, he didn't. There wasn't a lot. By the time Inman had got the little tap from Halverson at the front and it had pushed him back, Alvarez was just left with no room by the time he got there.
The only thing he could have done maybe was slow down a bit more, but that'll just come with more experience.
Yeah, but I think the incident only just happened in front of him. You know, everything happens so quickly in these cars. He was on top of it before he had time to react. Never mind think about it.
Sounds like
think about it. Never mind react. Even. I know what I meant.
Yeah, you did your best, and that's okay. All of this, though, is making it a lot easier for Kanga to...
Oh, no, it's not, because he's made another mistake. Kanga, a day late and $1 short, once again at the inside of Halverson. He's got caught. They've managed to untangle themselves without too much of an incident, and Kanga has gone through and gained the position. But another mistake then from the Estonian.
Yeah, so all of this... Let's try that again. All of this... Do you know what? I'm going to reach across this commentary box and break your glasses.
Try it.
Nah. All of this terrible driving, really, from Kanga, who last few races we've been describing as the man in form.
Well, yeah, he won, aside from last time out where he the strategy didn't go his way, as Hoskins goes around the outside of Halverson and takes 10th place. Kanga had won 4 races in 6, hadn't he? Oh, he's pitted. Kanga's pitted.
Oh, so he must have taken some damage there.
Yeah, and the incident with Halverson then is suspension's finally cried enough. And they make a couple of adjustments then to the front end of the DS Mattershore, and Kanga is back out.
Yeah, just hammer the suspension back into shape and off you go. No worries. You should be fine.
Yeah, and he rejoins in 15th, exactly where he was after his first incident.
Hey! And now he's incredibly out of sync with the rest of the pack.
He is, we'll have to see. So he pitted then at the end of lap 13. We'll have to see when the first soft-tire runners come in proper, whether that's going to hamper him or not.
Proper.
Yeah, like, well, proper, bro. Why is Matson 18th? He was making great progress.
He had to make a stop.
Oh, he got tangled up, didn't he, with a couple of people, and therefore he lost the front wing and pitted.
Yeah.
That's not been a great race for Ingram then.
Davenport around the outside of Bier. Don't know why I'm doing this.
No, nor does anyone else. And Davenport has pulled the move off, and Carson Davenport in the Phoenix then is up into 7th place.
Yeah, as Hoskins comes under attack from Halverson, last minute jink to the inside. He's going to have the outside for this, and then the inside for the final corner, but he's just not alongside. Is he going to get any decent...
he tries to tuck his nose down up the inside, doesn't he? But can't pull it off. They've got Wagner now right up with them. So Lopez have pulled themselves back into this battle with North Star, but Davenport is suddenly 13 seconds up the road in the Phoenix.
Wow. Davenport then really, I think, smelling an opportunity here to gain Phoenix and the upper hand in the constructors. Obviously,
well, yeah, if it finished as it was, Phoenix would go up to 7th place.
Yeah.
Past both Lopez and North Star.
Which surely, excluding the first season of Formula Virtual, that would be the best first season for a team in the series history.
To be honest, I think their current standing of 9th is already the best position for a new team.
Maybe, I don't know. not a nerd like you. I go out, I drink women, I fuck beer. Wait.
No wonder. Everything makes sense now.
Just fucking...
I think we should move on swiftly before you incriminate yourself further. As Bayer has gone back past Davenport then, into 7th. As down the inside of Hoskins once again goes Johan Halverson at the hairpin. Can he pull this one off? Can he get further alongside and make the move this time onto the straight? No, he can't. He's actually even further back.
Yeah, and Bayer and Davenport, they're still swapping positions, I saw just this second, so they're still duking it out as well. A lot of action going on in this V-Prix already. We haven't even seen a pit stop.
Well, not a racing pit stop.
Not a racing, yeah.
So the top 4 then, running at pretty equally split gaps, aren't they?
Yes.
Adrian Simon has closed that massively, and again, he had dropped about 5 seconds behind this trio as a result of the earlier incident between Kanga and Klaas van Snelhout, but he's closed that back in. He's kind of taken Ruiz with him, although the Brazilian is a couple of seconds further down the road, while Klaas van Snelhout is sat in 6th, sort of in no man's land, really.
Yeah, as Kanga looks to make another pass and fucks it up.
Yeah, he got well over the curbs on the inside trying to pass Judson Sykes and couldn't pull that one off. Surely he's not going to go around the outside of turn 8. Surely not. Alar Kanga, what a beautiful move, son.
Hopefully that's a sign of better things to come in the rest of this race, because that was stunning.
What a beauty.
That's got to be overtaking the season as Davenport is back up in 7th again. See if Hoskins or Bayer, either or, has anything to say about that. Probably Bayer. We'll see.
Well, Hoskins is 14 seconds behind, so...
Yeah, thanks, Bradley.
Well, you know, I have to correct you when you're wrong and an idiot.
Bitch. But yeah, I'm surprised because I think of the top 4, the driver that's really doing an outstanding job here is Giordano. He's maintaining the pace with the leading... Oh, hang on.
There's Kanga again!
Like, what's he done now? Probably from where he ran over the curbing. His suspension's already pretty...
Could have picked up a puncher. The curbs are pretty sharp and aggressive on the inside there.
Yes, they put spikes on them. Fun. The Turkish are weird people. Yeah, he's keeping pace with the soft runners of Powers, Simon and Kinnaman.
Yeah, that's a fair shout, actually.
So if he can keep this kind of thing up, obviously it will all depend on how it shakes out once the soft-tired runners pit into fresh air.
That would somewhat, as well, I should imagine, explain Klaas's lack of pace. He's also on the mediums.
Yeah. Although if you think about it, he's still sticking within a pit stop of the leader, so it's still... race ain't over and done with yet.
No, it certainly isn't, although the top 6, well, the top 5 are now...
Okay.
I don't know, actually. I was going to say the top 5 are now well clear of Davenport in 7th place to make a pit stop. I don't think they are, actually. They're clear of Hoskins. Sorry, Halverson. No, sorry, Hoskins in 9th.
Make your damn mind up.
I would, but it keeps changing. As they've Constantinaed up quite a bit here, and this could give Wagner a run around the outside of Halverson. I don't think he's actually... No, it's not.
No, I'd say the top 4 might be safe, but Ruiz is definitely going to be dropped behind the battling pair of Davenport and Bayer, which is not going to be good for his race.
No, but then Ruiz, likewise, seems to be in a little bit sort of no man's land. He's not as quick as the Ocelots, the Downton, and the Deathmatcher up ahead. There's in front of race leader Timothy and Giordano's gone through. Giordano goes through past Powers then as Kinnaman and Powers check up to avoid the spinning meteor, and the top 4 have absolutely Constantinaed. They're now on the same piece of track practically, and Giordano's gone through back into 2nd place as Ruiz has launched at Simon. Kinnaman pits. Ruiz takes the place from Simon, or doesn't know because Simon pits as well. Powers is also in.
That's well fast into that pit lane, Powers. Slow down. Right, battle of the pit crews now. Ocelot versus Franklin. Or
and Ruiz has gone another lap. Ruiz has managed another lap. Powers is first out. Powers jumps Kinnaman and Simon then.
Oh, it's a long stop for Kinnaman and Simon there. I don't really know what's... Powers won out in all of that? Ruiz is also, like you say, right on the pace.
Seems like it. And they have got out ahead of Bayer. Well, Powers has at least. As has Kinnaman. Simon though, Simon is behind Felix Bayer. That is not good for his race whatsoever.
No, he's come out right between Davenport and Bayer, so he's got not really anywhere to go. And
how did he manage that? There wasn't a gap between them.
No, he's just forced his way into it. But that probably means that Ruiz will come out behind this pair.
Well, you say that, but Ruiz was, as Alar Kanga sets the fastest lap, and Simon goes straight through past Bayer with a little bit of tyre rubbing and some tyre smoke, but he's made the move done as Kanga bangs in the fast lap. You say that, but don't forget Ruiz he was overtaking Simon as Simon came into the pits because of the spinning meteor that held the front runners up.
Yeah. That Meteor is not having such a meaty race.
Was that Jules Simon again? Yeah, well, Vauquelin's in the pits.
What a faggot.
So I think that might well... Oh no, that would have been Vauquelin then, wouldn't it? Imagine. Yeah, there we go. Ruiz in from second place then. So Klaas van Snelhoed will go through into second place.
Yes.
But where will Ruiz feed out? That's the question at the moment.
That's what we all want to know. Give me the answer, please.
Powers comes through in third then. Kinnaman and Ruiz has jumped Simon.
Ruiz then has massively gained some time there in that...
Well, no, that in fairness, that was about where Ruiz was when the Powers and Kinnaman and Simon pitted. It's just that Simon's lost out so much time behind Bayer, who now pits along with Davenport. They will rejoin the track in the same order, and actually they're back out in 9th and 10th. Bayer then looking on for some first points of the season here. Obviously it's only his second race in a car that's capable of points, but even so.
What? Is Kinnaman getting bulked? Oh fuck, I did it myself. Kinnaman gets bulked there by Kovalenko through turn 8, and that's put Ruiz right on his bumhole.
Yeah, hasn't it, just as there was a brief yellow flag in the
Ruiz
first sector.
Bulked.
Yeah, Ruiz has been blocked himself.
And that evens things out.
Doesn't it just?
Battle of the backmarkers.
I'm assuming that was Kovalenko.
Vauquelin's still in the pit, so he must have lost his rear wing. I bet you already said that, didn't you, Bradley?
I didn't.
Oh.
I just said he was in the pits.
Ha.
So, good shout actually, that one. When we saw him spin, I suppose he could have recovered it, in quote marks, into the barrier.
I like your sarcasm, because when you say recovered it, you mean he actually drove into the wall by accident, causing potentially terminal damage to his vehicle. Sarcasm is good.
Yes.
Ruiz, look at how much time he gains on Kinnaman through the middle sector here. So much more stable, just like the cars were handled like it's on rails.
Still in the first sector.
I call it what I want!
Well, you got it wrong, as usual.
Way into this V-Prix, and it's been absolutely action-packed.
It has. I've thoroughly enjoyed this so far.
Yes, to be
fair,
fair,
what a great race we've had.
Always provides a solid race. That's purely
I don't know. The first race was shit.
So this is the first time I've had to watch Turkey sober. So
yeah,
I don't remember.
Turkey 2016 was literally atrocious.
Absolute garbage.
As we have a yellow flag in sector 1 once again. Giordano leads then from Klaas van Snelhoed. Neither of them have pitted as Ruiz goes down the outside of Timo Kinnaman for 4th place, and he takes it. Ruiz then passes who is widely expected to be his teammate for next season, and moves himself into 4th.
What an absolute chad. So ironically, we've seen most of the time Franklin will struggle in dirty air. Ruiz, however, once he caught up to the back of these the leading drivers, Powers and Kinnaman, whatever, he seems to have managed to up his pace a bit more.
Yeah, as Kanga gets up on the curve once again as he goes past Osberg for 11th.
That also means that we'll expect a pit stop from Kanga at about lap 35.
Oh yeah, so there we go. When did they come in? Lap 18?
19.
19. So that's what? 2 stops?
Wait.
3 stops. Just 3 stops, isn't it?
No, 2 stops. 1938. Oh, it'd be close actually.
56,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Ruiz might get away with a 2-stopper.
Where the fuck did you get 56 from? 57.
All
so
right.
they can't afford any excessive tyre wear. But if any of them did pit on lap 18, that means that they're going to be into a 3-stop.
Oh, wow.
It's one Bayer.
Fair play, Felix Bayer. That was
Yeah.
a naughty little move around the outside of Elroy Wagner.
Yeah. Did well, actually, to put the Lopez between himself and Davenport before turn 8, which will massively hold up the Portuguese.
Yeah, won't it just? There's up front then we see Klaas-Van Snelhout maintaining that sort of 10-11 second gap between himself and Giordano. Closing in on him rapidly though is Nathaniel Powers, bringing Ruiz and Kinnaman with him. Adrian Simon behind them though isn't really gaining time on this trio.
No. You'd imagine over the radio they'll be given some encouragement, like maybe playing gas, gas, gas or something, but it doesn't seem to be working.
No, it doesn't, as Hoskins and Bay are now running line astern in the two Humphreys cars. You should imagine Hoskins will be politely asked to move aside and let his teammate through.
Oh,
and yep, that looked orchestrated enough, didn't it? Or did it? No, Hoskins is coming back at him.
He's just been told the classic race fixing to make it look interesting.
Yeah, there we go. Through goes Bayer and puts two cars then between himself and Davenport.
Yeah, Davenport in this second stint looking like he's struggling for pace a little bit more, maybe just not quite getting those tyres up to temp.
I have to say, been really impressed with Bayer in this one so far. He's done a really solid job.
He's already basically gained a pit stop on Hoskins in terms of like how much faster he's been. Ruiz up the inside!
Yeah, that's not going to work, and I think it's going to put him under pressure from Kinnaman. Kinnaman, who launches a move then at the bottom corner. He's got the outside line for the final corner. That should give Ruiz the advantage, and I think it does. Ruiz just holds on to fourth place then.
Yeah,
but nearly...
That Alfa Romeo might be able to power him through to... Oh, he's going up the
dives down the inside. Kinnaman back end steps out, and just about holds on to it. Kinnaman certainly giving it his all for this, isn't he?
Yeah, this is what you want to see. Even though he might not maybe have the pace to stay in front of these guys, he's giving it everything to try and stay with them and actually take the fight to them.
What do you mean he doesn't have the pace to stay with them?
I said stay in front of.
Yeah, what do you mean he doesn't have the pace to stay in front? That Ocelot, that Ocelot is a far quicker car than Franklin.
So not true, because the Franklin is in front.
Giordano's leading in the sister car.
Giordano hasn't pitted yet.
Yeah, Kinnaman's only... I'm sorry, you're starting to sound like Ryan, it's just not right. That Ocelot is not a slower car.
Ocelot is fifth fastest. We've known this all season. Come on. It's facts.
Right, yeah, stop being a dick now. As there we go, Timo Kinnaman down the back straight. Alongside Enrique Ruiz, round the outside, and surely he's going to take back fourth position, and he does. Ruiz is going to have a look back, is he? Nope, not a chance. Ruiz is slips to fifth then, as the two Downtons now absolutely nose to tail, and you should imagine, like the home fists, Klaas will be asked to move aside. Powers launches it down the inside of turn one and takes second place.
That was very much a case of, I'm taking second place, you better get out of my way, son.
Yeah, wasn't it just? Yeah. And the two Downtons working well together there. Unlike in previous races, I think Canada really jumps out, where Klaas was...
Yay.
I want to say Klaas was ahead but on the slower tyre, but that wouldn't be right.
Not in my hair.
Must be where... Yeah, Powers was ahead on the slower tyre and not letting Klaas through, but...
well, there's a certain level of arrogance that comes with 2 World Championships, Bradley.
True.
But yeah, he's is Kinnaman, is he going to make this pass?
I think he will. Yeah, Kinnaman throws it down the inside. He's not pulled that one off though, and that's put him under pressure from Ruiz. Ruiz could get the pair of them here though. No, he doesn't have the straight line speed whatsoever, as he clips the curb on the inside and nearly launches himself into orbit.
Yeah, the slipstream is so powerful on the straight. Is he going to go for a move?
He chucks one inside. Nope.
Nothing doing there. Don't know what I'm using this voice now, but I'm going to go with it.
This battling though is allowing, it's allowing Adrian Simmons to close up. The World Championship leader is only 1 second behind this battle now of the third place. There's Kinnaman down the inside of turn 1. Can't pull it off. Class is still there. You get the feeling this is well, it's only a matter of time though, as Powers is escaping into the distance.
Tell you what else this means is that Giordano is being handed time at the moment, because obviously he's going to be losing a lot of time. Oh, Ruiz up the inside!
I beg your pardon.
I said Ruiz is inside Kinnaman.
I thought you
didn't
did.
say that.
Simon is absolutely now glued to the back of Enrique Ruiz already, and the four of them are nose to tail for third place.
It's like they're sharing a print stick.
What? Look at that. How beautiful is that? Does that not just epitomise how brilliant of a season we've had? You've got 4 cars there, all from different teams, absolutely nose to tail.
It is pretty spicy, I have to admit.
Isn't that just brilliant? I think we're going to get an overtake. As Ruiz pulls out on Kinnaman then, who looks as though he's been bolted slightly behind Class and Schnellheid. No, Kinnaman down the inside, Class is spun.
Ruiz has turned Class around and, oh, it's just not good, Bradley. It's just not good.
And Class then has lost out to all of them. Simon is the massive beneficiary of that. He's gone past Class and Ruiz as Kinnaman goes back up into third then.
Yeah, now let's see what Kinnaman can do against Simon.
Yeah, what will be interesting as well to see what actually happened there. Because, yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened. It seems to be the second time that Class has been rather abruptly shuffled out of the way.
Giordano just out on his own, just chilling. You know, maybe he'll have a... Well, what do Italians have instead of tea and biscuits? Pizza and pasta?
He's only a couple of laps from turning this into a one-stopper on those medium tyres.
Imagine the only way he's going to win this race is if he makes it a one-stopper, Bradley.
Well, that's true. If the others do manage to pull off a 2-stop, and even Powers is rapidly closing in, the gap down to 9.2 seconds.
9:11. But yeah, did the mic pick that up?
I got something. I was rounding it up.
Okay, that's good. So yeah, Powers has gained about 2 seconds since since getting into second, and Kinnaman now is also gaining time hand over fist on the Italian in the lead. So, yikes. That said, they're only about 10 laps off of the stop, so they've spent a good half of this stint just each other.
Yeah, and Giordano's fresh mediums will give him a bit more pace when he comes out of the pits as well.
Maybe.
But he's really controlling this one at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, it's such a... It just looks... He's just making it look so easy. He's just looking so calm and collected in that cockpit.
Yeah, it certainly looks as though...
I said as the gap comes down by about another second almost.
Yeah, but it looks as though Giordano's got this one under control at the moment, and barring any catastrophes, should, you'd imagine, take a slot's second win in a row.
Maybe. Wait, did they win last race?
Yeah, they won Bahrain.
Oh yeah, they did. Shows how much I pay attention.
Clearly.
I'm stunned Nick hasn't fired me yet.
So's everyone.
Yeah, it's true.
As here we go then, this is Jean Matson on Victor Osberg for 13th place. Matson gets the move done. Osberg's going to come back at him, but no, Matson keeps the position. Matson's ahead of Vasquez. Ouch.
That's a big old yikes from me. Send him to Ikea for some furniture.
Ikea. And in comes Giordano at the end of lap 28.
Oh, wait, hang on. Is it?
Yeah. They've just started lap 29.
That's
that
brutal.
Well,
mind you, he might be able to stretch out his second stint. There's every chance.
And Class pits as well then, so yeah, it's not just lap 28 seems to be the one for the medium tired runners.
Yes.
Wow, that's going to be really tight. And well, I was literally just saying, I think Giordano has this one sewn up. Maybe not the case. We've got an incident in turn 1. There's a meteor facing the wrong way yet again.
Don't do it. Oh,
that's all right. They're really quite far from a wall there. If he'd have hit it, I'd have been quite impressed actually.
I was quite impressed at Giordano's line through there. Holy heck. He was just going there through there full pelt, really trusting Simon not to be a douche.
Yeah, he did well to avoid it. But yeah, Giordano's near certain win then suddenly looks in serious jeopardy.
Yes.
And what does that do? Well, that hands the advantage to Nathaniel Powers.
Yeah, although Kinnaman has caught Powers by about a second in the last few laps.
Shut up.
Kinnaman's going to win because he's the best. Even if he isn't the fastest car. He's not the best car.
Totally the best car.
It's slowest at best.
Slowest if there was only the one team in it. Yeah.
I just made the volume change on my headset and I don't like it. That's better.
We're on to lap 30 here in Turkey then. And I'm not entirely sure either of us has stopped to take a breath yet.
No.
As into the pits comes Felix Perez on the soft tyres then.
Yes. He's out of sync, isn't he?
Of course he is. He was also involved in an incident earlier on. So, does he look like he's still missing a front wing even after that pit stop?
Probably. I'd be surprised if First had any money left for even spare car parts after last season.
Either way, he's gone a lap down now.
Silly goose.
Yeah, Powers is losing time, isn't he?
Hemorrhaging time.
Kinnaman closed in by like 3 or 4 tenths in the last lap alone. Simon's closed in by 6 tenths of a second.
Yes. This is all very close. Powers' best bet is to hope that Simon and Kinnaman start battling before they reach him, because if they don't,
yeah,
well, they're gonna fucking gobble him up.
Yeah, I get that feeling as well. Giordano is also catching the leader. He's close to second since he come out the pits. And,
like you said, on the fresh medium tyres.
Yeah, Klaas is closing in as well. Klaas has taken 2 seconds out of his teammate.
Go on, Mr. Schnellhide.
Van Schnellhide.
I thought Van was his middle name.
No. What? What?
What a cool middle name that would be. Van. He'd be the ultimate man in a van, because he'd have a van. He'd be the van in the man.
He doesn't have a van.
Doesn't he?
No.
Do Downton not manufacture vans?
No.
Westwood Motors will give him a van. We don't make anything, we're just bankrupt, but...
Speaking of Westwood, let's throw this one open. It was announced earlier this weekend that the tender would be opened for new team applications for 2019.
Yes.
A little birdie in the paddock tells me we may well be seeing an application for Westwood to re-enter. Is there any truth in that matter?
Dude, what kind of fucking weirdo talks to birds?
Well, hold on, I'm going to have to put you on pause slightly, because Adrian Simon is battling Timo Kinnaman. I say battling, he's just driven past him.
He hasn't battled him, he's just spanked him and left him for dead.
Adrian Simon then is the championship leader into second place, and now on course to hunt down Nathaniel Powers.
Hey, Brad, you want to know the funny part about all that? Is they both still gain time on Powers through there. Powers is really struggling for lap time. I think he's just taken too much out of his tyres early in the stint, and now he's paying the price. Maybe he's committing to the 3-stop instead of the 2-stop, trying to get the most out of that set of boot.
I mean, if he has, it really hasn't worked.
No, not quite.
But yeah, anyway, back to Westwood.
To answer your question, it's a complicated matter. There's still a lot going on behind the scenes for Westwood outside of Formula Virtual in terms of we owed a few people a lot of money, and
I should imagine those few people aren't particularly happy.
Not particularly, no. But it was obviously also a behavioural issue, and I'd imagine there would be some appeasement to make up for with Nick Morley. And also, there are much more suitable candidates.
Sorry, I'm going to cut you off again. We've got another battle. Kinnaman coming back at Adrian Simon, then the same place Simon took second place last time out. I don't think the inside is really the place that you can make the move, and Kinnaman is going to have to, hold station another lap.
Yeah, so, but he's at least shown Simon that he's there, that they can't keep this up for too long, because this will
Is he going to dive down the inside of turn 1? No, he's not.
Try.
I thought he might have launched there, but thought better of it.
Failure to launch.
Sorry. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, that's all good. And there's also other much more suited candidates, I think, for the new team role for the time being. Like Mr. Chima, for example. His passion for the sport is very, very... It's just contagious. But we'll see. No one knows what the future holds.
Certainly. Well, I think brilliant insight there into the thoughts of former team principal, and I think someone we'd all absolutely love to see back in the paddock if it were possible.
Oh, stop it! You're making me blush.
I know. I can see your face is all red.
Yes. All 4 of my cheeks are now red.
And moving on. We also had, while we've got a little bit, or do we? No, because Kinnaman is attacking Adrian Simon on the outside, down into the hairpin again. Then can Kinnaman take the move back in the same fashion it was? Second place was taken from him a couple of laps ago. I don't think he can. No, Kinnaman goes around the outside of the final corner, but Simon has the inside line and the traction to retain second place. This battling though is exactly what Powers needed. He's now opened up a 2-second gap over these guys. Kinnaman throws it down the inside of turn 1. There's wheel-to-wheel contact. They're side by side. Simon still holds second place.
Now that is commitment. He's only been at the team for this is his first race with Ocelot. He's only been there since last weekend.
He's literally only been there a couple of hours.
Yeah. He turned up, they did his seat in a panic, like, oh no. They just put like a little booster seat in there for him because he's a bit shorter than Yoshida, but...
Hang on. Really? Yoshida is Japanese?
Wow, okay. You're going to make it a race thing, huh?
The Japanese are known for being short people.
Are they, apparently?
Yes.
Gee, I don't know. I don't tend to subscribe to racist stereotyping, so I've got no idea.
Really? You're going to play this one?
When was the last time you heard me be racist on air? I'm doing this for 3 years.
10 minutes ago.
What did I say? I didn't say the N-word, did I?
Here we go with Kinnaman again then. He's got so much more speed on Adrian Simon. Throws the move down the inside. Can he make it work this time? I don't think he can, no. He's
stick around the outside, he's going to have... No. Just interrupt myself. No.
Yeah, he's just not placing the car in the best position to make that move work. I get that he looks as though he's got so much more pace at this phase of the race.
Oh, definitely. And Ruiz is about to join in the battle as well. I think Steamon knows that if he lets Kinnaman past him, then Kinnaman is just going to disappear towards Powers. Because he seems to have kept his tires a bit longer.
I get that impression as well. Meanwhile, all of this is really aiding Giordano, who is now just 8 seconds off the lead. But Klaas has slipped back. We saw a yellow flag briefly, didn't we? I'm wondering if that was for Klaas van Schnellheid.
That's the time. Kanja pits on lap 35, lap 34.
Yeah. As you say, can get into the pits, and that will surely promote Bayer and Davenport back up into 7th and 8th. And there we go.
That's painful for Kangaroo. He's still got another stop to make.
Oh, yeah. Ouch.
It's a big yikes.
I reckon he's still on for 7th, though. As long as he doesn't make any more errors.
True.
Hoskins finally pits then on the hard tyres.
Lap's 35, so he will be doing the one stop today.
Wow, lap 34. That'd be the end of lap 34 for him, wouldn't it? I know, but you were wrong, so I have to correct you.
What's interesting about this battle is that, obviously, in these kind of situations, you would go for the undercut. But if you go for the undercut here, right now, you're dooming yourself to an extra stop in your strategy. So it's very crucial that you keep the battle going up to a certain point. Very much will be a case of who's going to blink first and who can make their tyres last the longest in the final stint.
Yeah, isn't it, Justin? It's not like we've seen overtaking to be difficult here either.
No,
So
there's been quite a lot of it.
there has. It's been a really, unlike last year where we had Nathaniel Powers sat behind Adrian Simon for what felt like the entire race, not even contemplating making a move.
We call in the industry we call that being a little bitch syndrome.
Yes, well,
Now that these guys have stopped battling, they're already rapidly closing on Powers.
yeah, they are. Gap already down by a second in what, literally 2 laps.
Yeah. So, Mr. Nathan, short for Nathaniel, long for N, is not looking so strong here at the end of the stint. He's going to be desperate to get on a fresh set of tyres.
Yeah, and I wonder if Kinnaman's just realised that, because he's now using the slipstream. He's closing up to the back of Simon. Powers pits. Yeah, Powers pits. Simon pits as well, as does Kinnaman. So, well, they're absolutely going to have to make another stop now then.
Yeah, but crucially, if Ruiz can make it to the end of lap 30, if he can do this lap and then, what am I trying to say? If he can do to the end of lap 30...
Powers gets out first then. And, yeah, so they rejoin in the same order as they pitted. Where are they going to come out in relation to class though? That's quite crucial. If any of them fall behind class van Schnellheit, that could be a pack. No, they're miles ahead.
Yes. So yeah, if Ruiz can make it to the end of lap 38 or to 13, like if he can pit next lap or the lap after, he's on the 2-stop and looking damn good for the win actually. So maybe all of that kind of just sitting back and letting the guys in front of him do battle was very crucial in the long game.
Yeah, certainly could be, as Kanga bangs in another fastest lap then, at the end of lap 36.
25.2, is that a new track record?
What was it, a 25.2?
Yeah, 25.270.
It is.
There you go, Alar Kanga at least doing something this afternoon.
25.725, I believe, was the previous lap record.
Well, it was shit, because it's broken now. Ha! Get fucked. Sorry, I'm using some awful words this race. I'm sorry, Nick.
Yeah, 25.725 was the previous lap record set by Adrian Simon in 2016.
Zinga. Oh, Ruiz is in the pits.
Ouch.
Yeah, so he's also going to be on the 2-stop.
3-stop.
3-stop, that too, whatever.
So does this hand advantage back to Giordano? It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because they're all going to have to pit again, including Giordano. So Giordano is now in a, fairly comfortable 10-second lead.
They all have to pit again last minute, and while Giordano is on the slower tyre, like you say, they've all got one more stop to make. If anything, Giordano is going to be the one that's got a chance of making it to the end on that set of tyres.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Likewise, Klaas in 6th. If Klaas can eke those tyres out, he could, and the guys on the softs all have to pit again, Klaas could nick 2nd.
He could. That would be pretty spicy, eh?
It would, because he's not been on the podium. I was looking at this earlier. He's not been on the podium since France, I think.
Wow. That's a terrible run of form.
Isn't it just? But he has been. I don't know. Klaas does seem to have lacked something in the last few races. He's just not been
good.
There. It's like he's not actually turned up.
He's pulling a Bottas where he's just bottling his pace every race. He's just not kind of. I don't think
down the inside. Sorry, down the inside of Matson. No, down the inside of Wagner goes Matson. The two former Team 23 teammates. That seems like an age ago, doesn't it?
Yeah, that was an age ago. That was like 6, 7 years ago. 6, 5.
Not quite. 4,
5.
We're only in the 5th season.
It's not possible.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
It is, because it's like the truth, bro.
No, because Franklin won 3 times in a row.
Yep.
And then you had Matt Shaw win 1. And then you had you win 1.
We're in the 6th season.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Nice one. Yeah. So that was about 6 years ago, but I'm sure they're still good pals. Crucially, though, all of the people that not retired, that kind of had to drop out of those positions between Powers and Simon have really negated anything Powers would have gained on him in the championship. So right now, Simon only stands to lose 3 points.
Yeah, and in a car. Oh, we're actually on board with Simon. There we go.
Yeah, that's why I was talking about him.
Fair one. Yeah, and in a car that looks considerably quicker than the Downton. In fact, I think we're about to see that here because I do believe Adrian Simon may be about to. No, they
stick it up his inside.
No, they maxed out basically exactly the same top speed, didn't they? Really?
I was about to say maybe he just started to derate at the end of the straight, and I remembered that they don't have electronics in the engines. So, well, they do. Do you know what? You know what I mean? It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Everyone knows what I mean.
Swell. No worries. Am I worried about it? No,
1 second gap now between Simon and Kinnaman, so that's opened up a bit since they came out of the pit stops.
Yes. So yeah, it looks like maybe I don't know. Kinnaman might be backing off to make his tyres go a bit further in the V-Prix.
Davenport's on the softs, isn't he?
Yes.
He's only just made his second stop.
It's a minute behind.
I know, but that would put him at the end of lap 39.
Shit, actually it would. Davenport might be going to the end on those. If he can do that, then he won't gain any positions. Maybe one.
He might get past Bayer.
Wow.
Which would give, if Davenport could pass Bayer and take 4 points, that would put Phoenix 7th in the Constructors if North Star and Lopez didn't score.
Go on, Davenport. And let's face it doesn't really look like North Star or Lopez are going to score. Here we go then. Simon, Jinx to the outside of Powers. Who's going to be first on the brakes? They're pretty even, and Simon looks like he's just got that position nicely. Kinnaman smells an opportunity. He's got a whiff of Powers' taint, but he can't quite get anything done there and has to settle into third again. 4th.
Yeah, there we go then. Unlike last year where Powers sat behind Simon for lap after frustrating lap, Simon has decided he's not going to do that in the better car this season. Switched around the outside of Powers and into second place and sets off to put your Giordano's. We have a yellow flag in the first sector. Is that a meteor up in the gravel again?
Probably. Who cares about them nowadays, eh?
Well, actually, we probably should make reference to them because they announced a driver lineup for next year since the last race.
You mean they did something besides submit a strategy?
They did.
Wow.
Yeah, no, Meteor actually announced that Sebastian Bockelin will continue with them again next season, much to my annoyance because he seems to have a persistent urge to drive into my cars.
Yeah, he does.
However, he will not be joined by Jules Simon, who will be demoted to reserve driver, because stepping in alongside Bockelin will be Mario Juan Lopez on loan from, well, Lopez.
Is he taking another rookie?
He is.
How cannot lap that back marker of Sykes there?
No, he's going to, and that's gives Kinnaman a run round the outside of the final corner. Powers should have the traction on the inside there, and I think he will, but he needs to be careful that he doesn't blow this and hand the position on a plate to Timo Kinnaman as he tries to lap Sykes.
Yeah, so Powers looked pretty decisive, making a move on his teammate, but actually getting through traffic, he's just not really looking so confident in this late stage of the race.
Yeah, it seems so he's still struggling with the tyres even on this fresh set.
Either that, or he could be just taking it a bit more cautiously and not wanting to lose more points to Simon than he has to. I think he'd rather take 3rd or 4th
two wheels around goes Timo Kinnaman. Behind him, Sykes is off as well.
That's an odd spin. We've not seen anyone spin like that before.
And
this
circuit. Yeah, Kinnaman clipped. Well, he took far too much curb on the inside there in his pursuit of Nathaniel Powers, and he spun out and handed Enrique Ruiz 5th place.
Yeah. Did you mean 4th?
Yep, I did mean 4th.
Kinnaman's only hope now would be to try and make those tyres last, but unfortunately, with that spin, I don't think he's going to be able to. No,
if anything, he's going to be the one that's struggling the most now. I should imagine he'll have quite a few flat spots. Probably 4 of them.
Maybe. Depends on how many tyres he's got on.
Well, hopefully, 4.
What if you wanted to have 5?
Well, that's excessive weight.
What if you wanted to have 6 and pull a Tyrrell?
Well, that's just stupid.
No, that was absolute genius. That car.
It was a brilliant looking car.
Like,
it looked amazing. We have a yellow flag in the middle sector.
Yes, we do.
Is anyone?
A brilliant looking car. It was so like.
Yeah, it was. And there's a recovering Ingram.
That's Matson. No, he's not lost any time.
Vasquez? Was it Vasquez?
No, it was Matson. Oh, I think we just saw who it was. I think that's. I could have sworn I just saw a car on the inside of that corner. Did you? Am I going crazy?
I briefly looked away, I think, at the exact moment that you...
What's going
Bayer's
on?
behind Davenport.
Yes, and he's lost a lot of time, so it's Bayer. So Davenport, if he wasn't sure of being able to get ahead of Bayer in the end, he certainly is now. That said, Pangus still needs to stop once more. So
yeah, but he's not going to lose 28 seconds. Here we go. Ah, no, it was Matson then. Matson and Perez.
I'd say that's Perez there. It's on Perez. Oh, Matson.
Oh, you did see a car stopped on the inside. It's Felix Perez, and he's out of the race because he's lost a wheel.
What a soy boy.
Oh, contact there, wheel to wheel between Powers and Howson. The Brit tries to... That was close.
These guys have really got to drop the hammer because of the rate,
Halverson.
the rate that they're catching Giordano. I would guess that the Italian is planning to go to the end on this set, so they've really got to put in the effort now.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that as well, but they are rapidly closing in.
Yes, but are they going to make 20, 30 seconds in 15 laps?
Oh god, of course, because if they have to pit again, which they probably do, yes. So it looks as though this race then swings back to Giordano.
Just no idea who's going to win, Bradley.
I know, it's brilliant, isn't it?
I love it. Sorry, I don't know why I'm just so pumped for this race.
Clearly, Powers.
Oh, that ain't dang
caught,
good.
and this could give Ruiz a fantastic opportunity to take third place in the final podium position had he not been balked by Johan Halverson.
Dude, all of these guys like squabbling, they've leaked already like 2 seconds to Kinnaman.
To Kinnaman?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an AMR without a front wing.
Well, he needs one really.
Probably does, yeah.
Bet you it's Kovalenko.
We shall see.
Oh, Vasquez and Ostberg are going wheel to wheel.
But yeah, though, back to Meteor quickly. Didn't manage to wrap that story up as into pits comes Glassman Schnellhide. That's an odd one.
Didn't have damage.
Well, unless he had non-front wing damage that we didn't see. Maybe he's been involved in an incident somewhere. Yeah, because he's behind Kanga already. So Klaas must have been caught up in something.
Yes, maybe.
Hopefully we'll get a replay of that one though. But yeah, so Meteor are going to be running Vauquelin and Juan Mario Lopez next season. Yeah. Mario Juan Lopez? Mario Juan Lopez, yes.
Mario Juan. There's only Juan Mario Lopez. Except it's Mario Juan Lopez.
It is Mario Juan Lopez. Yes.
Honestly, I can just see Meteor expecting to be at the front next season and still not.
I don't know, see, I mean, Vauquelin, I think Vauquelin has been... Is that AMR still not pitting that front way? No, do you know what, he's just decided, fuck it.
They've run out!
That he has, he's just like, you know, we're slow anyway, what difference does it make?
He's like, can I have a new front wing? They're like, we've run out, we're gluing the last one back together.
But yeah, I mean, Vauquelin, when he's actually not been crashing, he has probably more often than not 9 times out of 10 been quicker than Jules Simon, so there's no surprise to see him kept on.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if we're going to set the bar that low, then anyone can drive one of these things.
Yeah, but you don't know how much of that is down to just that car genuinely being terrible. If the car's better next season, I think it will be interesting to see how Vauquelin gets on, and likewise Lopez. I don't think we should write them off initially. I'm interested, I'm intrigued to see how things go next year. If it still doesn't work next year, then yeah, I think they absolutely need to try a different approach.
I'm interested to see just how much more of a shit Kaz starts giving about the series if he starts winning again. He needs to. I know I've vocalised this before.
Sorry, we've got a move here. Enrique Ruiz down the inside of Nathaniel Powers, then into the hairpin. I don't think it's going to work off because it doesn't seem to.
Oh.
But he's going to have the inside line around the final corner. He's got his wheel down the inside. Ruiz with a beautiful move there, down the inside to take third place.
Yeah, Ruiz managed to get his nose in at the final corner, and Powers just shit himself and moves out of the way.
Yeah, Powers throws it back down the inside, but he's well crossed up. And that was only ever going to fail or end up in an accident.
Yeah, Powers is absolutely fuming with himself there, as they've lost about 4 or 5 seconds to Simon. They've lost a lot of time to
Yeah, they have. But that's time that Simon has gained on Giordano. They've not lost time to Giordano.
Well, no, but Giordano's lapping slowly.
Although, Simon is catching him rapidly. I think Giordano's off the track. Oh no, he's caught up behind a back marker.
Oh dear, we are in trouble. So here we go. I'd imagine that Simon's going to make this look fucking easy.
That's a quote from Harry Potter.
It is, yeah.
Love it.
Good old August Phil's just, oh dear, we are in trouble. Dude, I think he, like, fucks the kids at Hogwarts, no doubt in my mind.
Okay, moving on from whatever that is.
Ravage Ginny.
Oh, God. Giordano and Simon lap Hoskins, except they don't because Simon hasn't managed to do it, and Powers has gone back through on Enrique Ruiz, or has he? The two of them wheel to wheel through the final few corners. Powers cannot pull on Ruiz what Ruiz pulled on him last lap, and ends up stuck back in 4th place.
Yeah, Simon obviously puts a lap on.
Oh, that was close.
Just kind of letting the rear drift out a bit to just force Hoskins a bit wider, but I've got to say, even though Ruiz and Powers have always been fairly close on pace, I would have to give, in terms of like ferocity and wheel-to-wheel prowess, it's got to be handed to Ruiz every time.
Well, yeah, we'll see if Powers can throw anything back at his rival.
Powers is a highly calculated driver. He knows exactly when is the best time to overtake, and he's tremendously fast, but Ruiz is just intimidating, I would say, to go up against wheel to wheel. But anyway, back to my previous point. Personally, I think that a team has to contribute more than just being there to the series, and right now I don't feel like a certain team is doing that. So hopefully that changes, because I think that there are other.
We've got carnage. That's Kinnaman off the track again. Up in front, there is a Lopez without a rear wheel.
Kinnaman, don't do it. Yeah, so
and Powers is back past Ruiz. Powers is into 3rd past Ruiz.
Yeah, and they've lost another like 5 or so seconds to Simon.
I wonder if they would call. Wagner's lost both wheels on the right hand side, as the two leaders now nose to tail, Giordano and Simon. But we've got chaos behind what you can see. You can see Wagner there in the background. Love it.
Yeah, he's got. They're about to have some kind of mess in front of them if it doesn't clear soon. We'll soon find out.
What on earth went on then? Wagner was in 10th place, just inside the points ahead of Hoskins. Strategy going to pit that. He hit the curb, and it threw him into the wall. That was a violent impact for Rory Wagner. Ruiz ended up in just the wrong place, and Powers had to.
I think they might have squeezed him too much when they lapped him, actually.
Yeah, but perhaps a little.
They're not getting out of the way.
Yeah, perhaps a little there, but that's and Zazzolia's out as well for some reason. So I wonder if Zazzolia got caught up in that,
or he was the cause of the other yellow flag.
Could be. But yeah, that was a heavy impact for Elroy Wagner against the inside barrier. I hope it's
Simon
all
up
right.
the
It's down the
inside.
inside of Giordano. Goes Adrian Simon for the race lead then here with just 9 laps to go in Turkey. And he can't, yes, he can pull it off. Look at that for a move from Simon, who goes into the lead.
Unbelievable. And the Frenchman on course then to make it 3 consecutive wins in Turkey.
That's unheard of.
That was a phenomenal move. He knew he had to get that done and start dropping the hammer again.
Yeah, but I mean, he's now got 9 laps. If he has to pit, he's got no chance.
Yeah. But then, if Giordano also has to pit, it's gonna be close. We won't know what's gonna happen until about maybe 1 or 2 laps from the end.
Unbelievable.
Gee willikers, Batman. This is exciting stuff.
Anyway,
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to process where we are now.
we are in Turkey,
Really?
Istanbul.
I've just
What I
noticed. I can't believe I haven't picked this up earlier in the season. Believe is written on the rear wing of the Ocelot.
Yeah.
In the middle of Believe, the letters L, I, and E are highlighted in white.
For Leicester.
No, for lie.
Here we go. This is the middle sector incident then. So Zolia just conks out. That engine ain't doing anything anytime soon. And that's Zolia, unfortunately, out of the Turkish V-Prix. Unfortunate there, but he didn't really drive a spectacular race to begin with, as he sits on the apex at low speed of turn 8.
It's difficult to drive a spectacular race in a kind of crummy car.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
But yeah, I think that's like only Zazolia's 2nd retirement ever in his career.
You can't be correct.
I shall check because
Google!
I'm there.
Google!
No, you're right. I was indeed wrong.
I am always correct.
It's his 1st ever retirement.
You fucking... fucking dickhead.
That is the first time Alexander Zazolia has failed to finish a race.
I just realised that I can't call anyone Ryvita in the races anymore. I'm sad now.
And that's why he was dropped.
Just stop me from bullying him.
Yeah, basically.
Well, I mean, I'm still going to bully him, just, you know, cyberbully him, which is a crime in the UK, by the way. Totally worthy of police time and taxpayers' money. Down the police. Eat the bones of the rich. Rise up. All that jazz.
No one understands what you're saying.
I'm saying, seize the means of production, eh?
Right.
So yes, moving swiftly on. In fact, no, I'm going to go back to my previous point. Wait, no, did I conclude that point of Meteor needing to
Yes.
give a bit more
Several
to the
times.
Well, yeah, that. So, we're on lap 52. Bradley, you say stuff.
There are, including this one that they're on then, we've got 7 laps to run
Yes.
here in Turkey.
Good.
There you go.
Yes. Alright, my turn.
Yeah, the battle up front seems to have just calmed down a little. Simon has a 2-second advantage now back to Giordano. Powers is quite a way back in 3rd after he lost time earlier on battling with Ruiz, who is 2 seconds behind him and seems unable to catch now. Kinnaman has lost a bit of time in a number of incidents and is, well, all on his own really in 5th place. Likewise Kanga in 6th and Klaas in 7th. But really, really strong race from Kinnaman. He's been caught out a couple of times. I think one of them was a mistake, wasn't it, himself? But he's only 20 seconds off the lead of this race. That's a solid effort in your first running in a car.
Well, yeah, when you also consider that while one of the mistakes was his own fault, I think with the second spin he had, I think he was actually tagged by one of the North Stars, so he's done an okay job, like you say.
Most definitely, Kanga pits.
And don't forget if he... Oh yeah, we knew that was going to happen. Don't forget if he hadn't had that spin off that second spin, then he would have been right back up with Powers and Ruiz.
Yeah, fighting for the podium position.
So, he done good.
He's certainly has.
He's had what, like one practice session to actually learn this car, if that.
And a qualifying session.
You don't learn the car in the qualifying session, Bradley.
You learn what it's like at top speed. Oh, as Ruiz dives down the inside of Hoskins to try and put a lap on him. Hoskins holds his former teammate off as that was a firm, you're not coming through. I sense there might still be some animosity between those two. That sky looks dark all of a sudden.
Wow, just going to point out its tone like that. Wow, that's interesting strategy from Vauquelin. No, or Simon, either or. Your face! You just have a face.
Yeah, no, look how dark that sky is in the distance suddenly.
It is rather gloomy.
There was rain forecast prior to this weekend, wasn't there?
It rained in Turkey, Bradley. Shut up.
If I remember rightly, there was genuinely rain forecast.
I don't think it will make a difference by this point. Too late.
Well, we shall see some blue sky there then. We'll keep an eye on that one though. Well, I don't know. You think back to, that other. That's Matt's that front wing, isn't it?
Yeah, because he's
there
bad.
we go. There's the new one. That's been a bad race for Ingram.
Really has.
It's really not worked out for them whatsoever. They'll want to forget Turkey pretty swiftly, I should imagine.
Yeah, qualified poorly by their standards and, well, raced even worse.
Yeah, but I don't know. I was just going to say, think back to that other racing series, that that Formula One thingy, and Belgium in 2008, where they had Simon pit. Simon is in the pits.
Oh, and you can see spots of rain on the camera then, so the rain is coming down in Turkey.
Wow, as if we needed any more drama than the closing laps of the 2018 Turkish V-Prix. Here we go. You can see from that onboard shot in the garage, and look how wet it is now suddenly. Giordano round turns 1 and 2. The rain is absolutely hammering down now. As Adrian Simon has just pitted, what's he going to put on? Powers has gone for some fresh softies in the pits as well. Ruiz hasn't pitted.
This is a very interesting circuit when it rains, because obviously there's a lot of undulations in altitude, I guess, in height. So there are some parts of the track that just get absolutely soaked, where others will be almost bone dry. Yeah,
Simon on the softs as well then. So they've gone with slicks for the time being, deciding that is the best option. Simon sweeps around the outside of the sweeps around the outside of both the back markers. But look at the rain coming down now. Oh, Simon on 2 wheels. Oh god, I thought he was going to throw it away.
I'm amazed he didn't spin when he came back down. That was amazingly caught. I think Simon didn't even. I think he was just a passenger in that.
Yes, as you were saying about some parts wet and some parts dry. It looks quite dry around turn 8 there, as we went on board with Adrian Simon.
Yeah, but then when we come off board here,
although having said that, the onboard camera doesn't really show the rain, does it? We established that in USA a couple of races ago.
Yeah, but those slick tyres are already looking really greasy, so I think the slicks might have been a bad call.
Yeah, they might have been. That might have been worth a gamble. I'm surprised Ocelot didn't with Kinnaman. Maybe just, chuck him on the inters.
Oh, did they pit him as well?
Yeah, Kinnaman pitted as well.
Okay. Yeah, Ruiz is in the pits. What tyres will he fit?
Yeah, this could be a gamble absolutely worth taking for Franklin, but it's not one they've adopted. It's the soft tyres again then from Rico Reese. So obviously deciding it's not yet wet enough for anything other than slicks with 3 laps to go now.
Clearly, the drivers would have been telling them that they can make this work. So, as Kinnaman has made up a lot of ground on Ruiz there.
Yeah, well, I think Ruiz massively lost out with that extra lap. The undercut in these wet conditions, huge.
See, I find that surprising, because you'd imagine that the undercut you'd be struggling to get your tyres up to temperature in these conditions. But
Yeah, I'd have thought so too, but it's absolutely not the case.
I don't think we're going to be seeing wet weather tyres this afternoon, though.
Possibly not, but it really is coming down now. We're not seeing the rooster tails yet, though, are we?
No, we might not have seen the last of the action, as Giordano might have to pit this lap. We'll see. If he doesn't pit this lap, he's going to the finish. Oh, look at it. He's all snaking all over the place.
He's in! Giordano's pitted!
I bet you any money he puts on the inters, you could see he was just completely missing all grip. You've even got... Oh, I'm sure that they're going to go onto inters there.
Well, we'll wait and see then. Down goes the car. And it's full wet. It's full wet for the Ocelot of Puccio Giordano. 2 laps to go. Adrian Simon takes the lead back.
Yeah.
Well, now we've got a race on our hands.
Yeah, this is definitely...
Oh, Simon nearly loses it, turn 1. Now you can see the spray. Now you can see the spray being kicked up by the cars then. Giordano rejoins. It's second place and he's 6.5 seconds back. We've got Simon leading on slicks. Giordano second on the wets.
Yeah, Powers... so Giordano's the only one in the field on those wet tyres. And he's going to be hoping that he can make up enough time.
Klaas has pitted as well. Surely he'll go with the same tyre choice.
You can imagine so, but I can't see anyone else pitting. They won't be
there
worth
we go. Well, I don't know. Who else is on the mediums? That's surely what it's going to boil down to. But will it work? I mean, Giordano isn't taking time off of Simon as he needs to. The gap is still 6.5 seconds.
He's looking... Simon was looking very, very comfortable through there, so he... Oh, that said, he's...
It's coming down. Yeah, it's coming down now. The gap is 6.1. So I think it's in the braking and traction zones, really, isn't it? Davenport's in the pits.
Oh. What a weird
on
guy.
The soft tyre. Oh, of course, he's on the softs, but he was a couple of laps later, wasn't he, on the strategy?
I think the wet tyres are just about faster, but not enough that Giordano's going to be able to catch up to Simon.
Although if Simon gets bulked by these, now he's straight around the outside of Kovalenko.
Who still doesn't have a front wing.
And that's Bayer in front of him. So Bayer's already on the wets. That was Bayer in front on the wet tyres already. Davenport's rejoined in 8th place then. This is going to be brilliant for Phoenix in the Constructors' Championship. We're on to the final lap. The gap is 5.7 seconds between the top 2. I don't think it's going to be enough for Giordano. I think Simon has pulled a masterstroke.
He has, yeah, actually. You are correct.
Vasquez onto the wets then as well. So they're gambling for a lap. I don't see it's not worth it, surely.
Surely not. It must be just maybe the drivers are just complaining that it's too uncomfortable. I suppose these kind of conditions are where you really see the kind of the disparity, is that the right word, between good drivers and bad drivers, because...
Well, I think it's more good and bad cars, really.
Maybe that as well, actually. It's a very good point. Very good point, Bradley. Yes, sir. Jolly good.
I think if we had... What? 2, 3, 4 more laps. I think the wet tyres would have absolutely been the right call. You can see Giordano's already taken a second out of Simon, but it's just not enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the wet tyres were definitely the right call for Giordano, but they were definitely the wrong call for Simon. But yeah.
Well, yeah, here we go then. 2 corners to go for Adrian Simon. He's round the first one, and he's now round the final corner. Simon just has to drive for the line. And for the 3rd time in 3 years, it's Adrian Simon who wins in Turkey. He still hasn't been battered around the Istanbul Park circuit. Puccio Giordano is second. He fought with all his might at the end on the contra strategy on the wet tyres. It didn't pay off. It's only second place for Giordano, but still his 4th podium in a row. Powers completes the rostrum in 3rd place. Ruiz is 4th. Kinnaman 5th. Still pretty fantastic debut. In that Ocelot in 5th place. Look how wet it is now. It's going to be 6th for Kanga, 7th for Glass van Snelheid. Davenport looks as though he is going to hold on to 8th place and 4 points, which will put Phoenix 7th in the Constructors' Championship. And the 2 Holmquist will round out points. But Adrian Simon, what can you say? 3 times we've come to Turkey. 3 times he's left as the winner.
Yeah, he just really seems to hook it up at this circuit every time. He had a bit of a shaky start to the weekend, obviously qualifying down in 5th, I think.
6th. He was 6th on the grid.
6th? Wow. So, but he's done everything you could have asked of a driver today. He's kept his nose clean, kept out of trouble, and made his way to the front. He's absolutely got to be the driver of the day.
Yeah, he absolutely has. It's been a solid drive from Simon, and that now puts him in a really, really comfortable position in the championship, which we'll obviously take a look at in a moment. But yes, the rain absolutely hammering down here now in Turkey. It's the wet tyres you'd want at the moment. But yeah, Adrian Simon kept his nose clean, and Simon is the winner of the 2018 Turkish V-Prix. So the official classification for round 14 of 2018 shows Adrian Simon as the winner then, the only man still after 3 encounters to win in Turkey. It's Puccio Giordano second. His late wet weather tyre gamble didn't pay off and he finished 5.3 seconds behind the leader. And Nathaniel Powers completes the podium positions. Down at the back then we've had a couple of incidents during the race, including one for Olin Inman. Alar Kanga set the fastest lap on his way to 6th place. What does that all mean for the Drivers' Championship? Well, Adrian Simon now has over a win in hand on Nathaniel Powers. That is absolutely crucial. Gap is 28 points. It's 25 for a win, and Simon now has that comfort blanket. Puccio Giordano's continued strong performance has put him up to 3rd. He's only 38 points off the lead, while further down, strong points finishes for Carson Davenport and Felix Bayer have moved them both up the order. And in the Constructors' Championship, DS Mashore continue to lead. It's a 62-point gap now back to Downton. Ocelot are just 2 points behind Franklin, and Phoenix have shot past Lopez and North Star for 7th. But that's all from our race here today in Istanbul. So from both me and Harry, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time for round 15, the 100th race in Formula Virtual history from Spa-Francorchamps, Belgium.